I think you can just about sum up the '69 World Series as saying, if you pick it on paper, it's the Orioles.
Yes, we thought we were going to win. We didn't think there was any doubt about it.
Both the Mets and Orioles had won 100 games in the regular season, but New York was considered a huge underdog against powerhouse Baltimore.
They have the best statistics in hitting, lowest staff earned run average, they made the fewest errors. But the Mets didn't win the National League on paper. They won it on the field, and that's what they're hoping to do here today.
Still, as the series got underway, the Orioles were confident, very confident.
In my mind, I thought this was one of the greatest teams that was ever assembled.
Which would have been hard to argue with, the way Mike Cuellar greeted the Mets in the first.
The 2-2 delivery.
Meanwhile, the Oriole bats got started quickly against Tom Seaver.
A high drive into deep right. Swoboda backing up, drawing a bead right in front of the wall and can't get it.
Don Buford led the game off against Tom Seaver with a home run.
Buford leads off with a home run.
Here we go, boys. You know, we got them.
The O's added to their lead with 3 more runs in the fourth. All the support Mike Cuellar would need.
Second baseman Johnson goes to first, and that's the ball game. Baltimore has been victorious by a score of 4-1.
All was going according to plan for the Orioles, and then suddenly it wasn't.
We ran into a buzzsaw.
The buzzsaw's name was Jerry Koosman, starting Game 2 for the Mets against Dave McNally.
You had to have one guy pitch a game that you had to win. I would say Jerry Koosman.
I remember I had a little incentive that I created on my own that I wanted to pitch a perfect game in the World Series.
Koosman walked the batter in the second, but was holding the Orioles hitless when in the fourth, Don Clendenin gave the Mets the lead.
1 after the fastball, Frank Robinson's got a tough play to the fence in right field, and the Mets have gone ahead 1-0.
And then, and every time we needed a big hit, he came through for it.
Clendenin has really been hitting in this series, yesterday and today.
Koosman took his no-hitter into the seventh, dominating the Orioles, even as he clung to the 1-0 lead. Then outfielder Paul Blair finally got to him.
Curve, there's the first base hit of the game. For the Baltimore Orioles.
Then Blair stole second.
There goes the runner. The throw by Grody. Blair steals second.
And Brooks Robinson's bouncer found a hole.
Robinson. Base hit. This is going to be a tie game. Running in the scores, Paul Blair, and it's 1-1.
It was suddenly a 1-1 ball game, and it stayed that way until the ninth, when Ed Charles and Jerry Grody kick-started a 2-out rally for the Mets.
And the Mets have runners on first and third.
Which brought up unheralded infielder Al Weiss with a chance to play hero.
There's a base hit to left coming in to score Charles, and the Mets take the lead 2-1.
So the Mets returned home with the series tied, looking to seize the momentum. Leading off the first, Tommy Agee had an idea of how to do just that.
Anytime you're in a big game and your leadoff hitter home runs in the first at bat in the bottom of the first, it gives you a lift.
There's a drive hit to deep center. Blair going back, and that one is gone.
Well, he just had a tremendous World Series. He really did everything.
There's a drive into deep left center. Racing hard is Agee. What a grab! Agee saves 2 runs.
When you play that kind of aggressive approach to it and you succeed, what does it do to that other dugout? What can we do?
And in the 7th inning, there were even more Agee heroics.
And it is a fly ball. It'll be tough to get to. Agee is going, and Agee makes a diving catch. He's out.
Second one, I think I drifted a little bit, and then the wind took it away from me, and then I had to, at the end, run real hard at it.
Now this man has possibly saved 5 runs in this game.
Agee made 2 catches that the world still remembers. They are 2 of the great catches in World Series history.
With Agee leading the way at the plate and in the field, and Gary Gentry and Nolan Ryan combining on a 4-hit shutout on the mound, the Mets took Game 3 decisively.
Struck him out with a breaking pitch, and the New York Mets win the ball game. Gary Gentry gets the win, and the Mets go up 2-1 over the Orioles.
In a year of change and surprise across baseball and America, the Mets were suddenly in position to deliver perhaps the biggest shocker of all. up 2-1 in the 1969 World Series, with New York in a fit of excitement. Mets 25-game winner Tom Seaver went to the mound in Game 4, aiming to put the series further out of reach.
Were the Orioles the favorite? Yes, they were. Did they have great players? Yes, they did. But you're coming back with the best pitcher in baseball back then. You're coming back with Tom Seaver.
Seaver was brilliant from the start, silencing the Baltimore lineup.
Like a slider hit that corner.
Earl Weaver's frustration soon boiled over, and in the 6th, he became the first manager thrown out of a series game since 1935.
I thought the umpire missed a call.
Earl Weaver has been thrown out of this World Series.
But I should have been able to keep my temper just a little bit more.
The Miracle Mets, meanwhile, continue to roll.
He's out of here for a home run for Don Clendenin.
Seaver and the Mets held a 1-0 lead for 8 innings. Then, in the top of the 9th, with a runner on third and 1 out, another amazing outfield play curbed an Oriole rally.
And there's a drive to right center. Swoboda comes up with it. The tag at third. Here comes Frank Robinson. The game is tied.
How he ever made that play, I'll never know.
When he took off of that ball in that critical situation, we thought he was going to play it safe, or should have played it safe. Instead, he dove for a ball. If he misses it, it goes by him. It turned out it was the greatest catch, and he's laying prone to the ground and completely stretched out.
Juan Swoboda making another sensational catch for the Mets.
The game went to the 10th tied. And in the bottom of the frame, fate appeared to intervene once more, as J.C. Martin was hit by a Pete Rickard throw, allowing Rod Gaspar to dash home with the winning score.
Here comes the winning run. The Mets win the ball game by a score of 2-1.
Improbably, the Mets had a 3-1 series lead and a chance to clinch the World Series at Shea the next afternoon.
All right, the Mets taking the field here, hopeful that today they can win the ball game and wrap it up with the World Championship.
None of us wanted to go back to Baltimore. We wanted to win right there at Shea.
Koosman had pitched brilliantly in Game 2, but wasn't quite as sharp this time around.
There's a long belt by Robinson. It's gone.
Meanwhile, Dave McNally was mastering the Mets on the mound and doing further damage at the plate.
And that ball is into the Baltimore bullpen.
The Orioles took a 3-0 lead.
Struck him out.
But by now it was clear the odds meant little to the Mets.
Leon skipping to get out of the way, and it's ball 1.
In the 6th, the McNally pitch to Cleon Jones appeared to bounce away. But when Mets manager Gil Hodges presented a ball with a shoe polish stain on it to the umpires, Jones was awarded first base.
The manager bringing the ball back out and showing it to the umpire, and the umpire says, yeah, okay, you go to first base.
Another shoe polish play here at Shea Stadium.
The polish was the beginning of the end for the Orioles, as Clendenin followed with a homer.
A home run for Clendenin.
And after Koosman settled down,
Breaking pitch in
Ron Swoboda gave the Mets a lead they would never surrender.
Jones is coming home. There'll be no play at the plate. The Mets are leading by a score of 4-3.
From there, it was just a matter of time.
There's 2 outs and a runner on, and I'm pitching to Davey Johnson. I'm so nervous, I really didn't know where the ball's going anymore. I mean, all I was trying to do was just throw strikes.
There's a fly ball hit out to left. Waiting is Jones. The Mets are the world champion.
The team that couldn't had become the team that did.
Look at this scene.
Never before and never since has there been a more unlikely world champion than the 1969 New York Mets.
We come to play. This is a club that played this way all year long. We came from behind. We did it today because we never put our heads between our legs, and we always fought, and it's the greatest feeling in the world.
It was a tremendous feeling. That was a high that we never came down off of.